Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I am barely holding it together right now because I'm going to read to you from me because I love you all so much. I'm going to read you the play-by-play of what's happening with Stormy Daniels and Trump in the courtroom. And I'm going to say, this is not a psychic reading. Maybe at the end, I'll give you a little bit of what the spirit guides have to say, but this is truly from Susan to you. Because at the end, where I finally put the phone down and said, holy crap, is when Stormy said I had to spank Trump. But I digress. Let me start from the beginning, shall we? This is being live broadcast from some accounts of people that are there in the courtroom. This is from Inner City Press via Threads. Here we go. Really and truly, do not drink, do not eat, do not drive during what I'm about to tell you. But I'm going to start from the beginning. It says, all rise. Clerk, this is the people of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump. Judge Merchan, anything we need to discuss? Trump's lawyer says, we are informed that Stormy Daniels is the second witness today. We oppose any details of sexual acts. Oh my God. Judge Merchan, other than just we had sex? Can you believe this stuff is going on? Prosecutor, Your Honor, only limited details as to Karen McDougal, not Stormy Daniels. The details are important. The sex act, only certain details are unnecessary. Only certain details are unnecessary. For instance, the mushroom, probably the mushroom. I'm thinking it's the mushroom. Okay. Prosecutor, Susan Hoffinger, will get into the conversation they had in the hotel and how the sexual act came about, how she felt about it. We will not get into genitalia. The mushroom, I told y'all the mushroom. That was psychic. Trump's lawyers, Necklace, his lawyer, Susan Necklace. There is no need for this. This is a case about books and records because she doesn't want to know, y'all. The woman doesn't want to know. Can we blame her? Women everywhere, maybe a lot of men too. We don't blame her. Okay. Judge Merchan, this woman has credibility issues, so details are important. I will allow them. Call your witness. Oh, the jury, bring the jury in first. Jury enters. Okay, the people call. So let's just go on down here to the part where we get to then we get to Stormy Daniels because it's so good because she's really a woman of the women, a woman of the people. Believe it or not, she really is. Okay. So now they call in this is great because you can read the actual play-by-play. Tomorrow they're going to post the entire transcript. So tomorrow the press is going to have a field day if they decide. We'll see how the press does this, right? You read the actual play-by-play of the transcript, and then you compare that to how the press is going to handle this because that's going to be very interesting. So here we are. Before they called in Stormy Daniels, they had Judge Merchan had the attorneys approach the bench, apparently to make sure that everybody knew what they were going to talk about and no genitalia, right? So here is Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels comes in. She is apparently, according to witnesses, wearing black with possibly some sort of hood or cloak. It's got kind of like a witchy vibe to it. She has her glasses on the top of her head like I do. She was a little shaky at first reading her name, but then she got real into the just telling it like it was. Many times she was speaking very fast. The judge actually had to ask her to slow down because she was answering the questions. She was speaking very quickly. So the people call Stormy Daniels, please tell me about your family. She says she was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She says now she lives in Florida with her partner. She says her parents split up when she was 4. She went to strict Christian school, paid for by her father. She was raised by her mother. Prosecutor, hobbies in school. She was a newspaper editor for H Club Baton Rouge Ballet. Something that this Inner City Press left out that another person talked about was she graduated in the top 10% of all high school seniors. She wanted to be a veterinarian. She wanted to go to Texas A&M. She had no money. There was no way she was ever going to be a veterinarian. There was no way she was ever going to go to Texas A&M, which is a private school in Texas. And she said in this other, see, this is what this person left out and that person left in, but they're typing as fast as they can, or maybe they're writing what they think is relevant. But this other person that's in the courtroom said that her senior year in school, her mom, I know we go from her dad, strict Christian school, all this, but by the time she's in high school, it appears that her mother is her sole source of parent. And she said her mother would disappear for long stretches of time, just disappear. And she said she left her house at 17 around Christmas, something to do with the holidays. She left. There was no one there for her, right? So that part was left out of what this inner city press is saying, but I read it from another credible source in the courtroom. And it says, her hobbies in school were newspaper editor for H Club and ballet. And then she says, a friend introduced me to dancing, exotic dancing, when I was in high school. It was better than shoveling. My other job, she worked in a horse, kind of a horse ranch or place that actually helped people with handicap ride horses. She says, this was better than my other job, which was shoveling manure. The prosecutor says, why did she move out? She says, my mother was neglectful. She left me alone and she wasn't even an addict. Interesting, right? Prosecutor, did you do nude modeling? Daniels, yes, you had to have credentials or credits to be the star. I went on to pose to go on tour as a featured entertainer. I was 21. Prosecutor, did you work in the adult film industry? Daniels, I was a clothed extra. She wore clothes. She was an extra. Daniels, a famous adult film director saw me and I got a contract. Prosecutor, do you write adult films? Daniels, there are some with dialogue. You see them on late night TV with the sex cut out. I have directed over 150 awards. Excuse me. I have directed over 150 films. Awards for screenplays. Prosecutor, have you been in films and TV? Daniels, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, a TV show with Courtney Cox. Prosecutor, and on the podcast? Daniels, yes, Beyond the Norm, female series killers, UFO, porn politics. Prosecutor, did you discuss Mr. Trump? Stormy Daniels, yes. Prosecutor, in 2009, did you explore running for Senate in Louisiana? I told y'all this was going to get juicy. We ain't even there to the juicy part yet. Daniels, yes, laughing. There was a draft Stormy campaign to oppose David Vitter in the Republican primary. He was anti-women. He did unsavory things. David Vitter would never debate me. David Vitter and Stormy Daniels. Where has this been my whole life? Where? Trump has given me a gift today, and hopefully you as well. Prosecutor, let's turn to Lake Tahoe in 2006. Why don't we? Let's getting steamy in here. Okay, Daniel. Well, wait a minute. What am I talking about? No, that is not steamy. That is actually, I'm going to throw up. Anyway, okay. Daniels, I was a golf course. Wicked sponsored a hole on a golf course. Yes, I'm aware that it's funny. She was a part of this group called Wicked Entertainment. And if you guys know, you as a business, you can sponsor a hole on a golf course. And then you stand there at that hole with your sponsorship information and you hand the golfers as they go by water. And it gives you an opportunity to get your business in front of the golfers. Okay. The thing was Wicked Entertainment. She's prosecutor. Did you meet Donald Trump? Daniels, yes, on the course. Wicked's owner introduced me as director. Does anybody even knew that she directed films? Does anybody even know that she was in all of these different, she ran against Vitter in Louisiana? I mean, this woman is about to be my hero, except for the Trump thing. I just don't know how to square that. But anyway, okay, it's okay. I'm going to continue. Prosecutor, what did you know about Mr. Trump? Daniels, I had seen Celebrity Apprentice, but I remember him in cameos and wrestling. It's a big deal in Louisiana. Then what? Prosecutor asked. Daniels says he asked me about my films. I saw him talk with another gentleman. Prosecutor, did you see Mr. Trump in the courtroom? Do you see Mr. Trump in the courtroom? Can you identify him and an article of clothing? That's an interesting way to identify someone, isn't it? Stormy Daniels, there with the blue suit. Prosecutor, take his thumb drive. People's 226, the golf room photo. Stormy Daniels, yes, he's in the red hat. So what she's doing here is she's saying that's the man in the courtroom, and it's the same man on the golf course. Okay, so she's basically verifying that. Prosecutor, in this photo, Stormy Daniels, yes, that's him on the golf course. Prosecutor, what did you tell Mr. Trump's bodyguard when he said Mr. Trump would like to take you to dinner? Prosecutor, oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. I'm reading this for the first time. Okay, never mind. Let me back up. What did you tell Mr. Trump's bodyguard when he said Mr. Trump would like to take you to dinner? Stormy Daniels said, F no. The word F no. Prosecutor, did you give Keith Stiller your phone number? Yes. So she said F no, but then gave him his phone number. Girl, you in trouble, girl. You in trouble. Okay. Prosecutor, did you discuss the invitation with anybody? Stormy Daniels, my media guy, Mike. I was supposed to go to a wicked dinner, wicked entertainment dinner. I wanted to avoid it, cat fight and stuff like that. He told me you should go. It'll make a great story. What could possibly go wrong? She laughs. Stormy Daniels, I texted with Keith and arranged to go to Mr. Trump's hotel, Trump's hotel, Harris, the Hotel Harris. Prosecutor, and next. Oh my God, Daniels. Keith told me to go up to the penthouse. Keith is the contact to Trump. Okay. Keith was at the door. He said, you look nice. Prosecutor, what were your expectations? Stormy Daniels, dinner. No mushrooms on the menu, y'all, just dinner. Okay. No micro mushrooms. Okay. Prosecutor, what was he wearing? Y'all ready for this? I told y'all this is where it gets juicy. Please don't drink. I am not responsible. I am not responsible. Stormy Daniels, silk pajamas. She thinks she's having dinner. This man shows up in his Hugh Hefner best. His Hugh Hefner Walmart best. I asked him, did you steal Hugh Hefner's pajamas? And I told him to change. She told him, you need to go change. I'm not going to be hanging out with you in your PJs. He did. He went and changed. He came back in dress shirt and pants. Apparently, he likes bossy women. This hotel room was three times the size of my apartment. This hotel room was 3 times the size of my apartment. Prosecutor, what did you discuss? Stormy Daniels, I told him where I grew up. I do have siblings. I do not. Did I have a boyfriend? No, at the time. So she said, I didn't have any siblings. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time. Did you tell him about your hard childhood? Daniels, yes. The DL objection, the judge said, sustained, stricken. So apparently she can't talk about her hard childhood. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but anyway, it was stricken. Not from our little world. It ain't stricken. We get all the juice. Okay. Stormy Daniels. So he asked about the adult film industry. Check this shit out, y'all. He asked whether we have unions. He wanted to know if the adult film industry was unionized. Damn, y'all. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, he wanted to know, do they get residuals? Usually people asking about sexy stuff. She says, usually people ask about sexy stuff. He wants to know the nuts and bolts of the business. I told y'all he wasn't dumb. Smart in a weird, crazy way. Prosecutor, did he ask you if you'd been tested? Now, I think we go straight into the sex, right? Like the prosecutor's like, okay, I'm tired of all this. I'm going straight into the actual sex act. So the prosecutor said, did he ask you if you had been tested? Daniels, yes. Wicked is a condom mandatory company. Okay, so I don't understand what just happened. He showed up in Hugh Hefner. She said, go get some clothes on. Now we're talking about sex. I don't understand how all this went down, but apparently it went down. she's a very witty, smart woman. If you've never followed her on social media, she is a very witty and very smart. I've not seen one man get the best of her. Anytime they come at her with some kind of put down, she turns it around on them. She is so sharp. Okay. So maybe she was just playing with Trump. Maybe she was just trying to see what she could get him to do. You know what I mean? Like, she obviously was used to having the power. She was obviously used to bossing people around. So maybe that's how we got here, right? Maybe that's why she said, go get your clothes on. And then all of a sudden we're talking about being tested. So anyway, she says, Wicked is a condom mandatory company. However, I'm allergic to latex. So she had been tested. Okay, next question. Daniels. I asked him about wrestling because he knew Vince McMahon. This is many years ago. Remember, you guys, 10 years ago? I don't know. This is a long time ago. And he had a cameo where he'd lost something. Okay, now at this point, we're talking about wrestling. We're talking about Trump's and Stormy's conversation. The judge interjects and says, Miss Daniels, could you slow down? Because apparently she's talking very fast. So she says, he was supposed to get his head shaved if he lost. I told him he wouldn't look good. Okay, so apparently Trump made this bet in this wrestling world that if I lose, I'll shave my head. And Daniels was just saying, good thing you didn't do that because you wouldn't look very good. Well, we all know he prefers his ferret on his head. So anyway, Stormy Daniels, he said, don't worry, it's all scripted. Prosecutor, did you ask about Melania? Now we're going into Melania from, this is, I don't know if this person taking this script is getting it out of order, but I'm just reading it as this person wrote it down. We'll see the transcript tomorrow. We'll know exactly what went down. But because I'm telling you, it switches back and forth between it switches back and forth. You'll follow it. Okay. So the prosecutor says, did he ask about Melania? Daniels, I did. She asked about Melania. She asked, I'm telling you, this one is the boss, right? She asked about Melania. And he said, don't worry. We don't even sleep in the same room. Of course, every married man says that, to be honest. He kept cutting me off. He'd ask a question, then not let me finish. I told him, you're rude. Go on, girl. Go on with it, girl. She should have stopped right then and there. She should have walked out the door, but she didn't. This is like one of those horror films when you know what's about to happen and you're screaming at the person, don't go in the shower, don't go in the basement. And you know them dumb broads and people do it anyway. But here we are screaming at her, don't do it, but we know she's going to do it anyway. Okay, Stormy Daniels. I'm giving you a warning right now. I ended up spanking him. That's where it goes. I ended up spanking him. When this transcript comes out tomorrow, we are all going to have to sit down and read it for real. She ended up spanking him. And after that, he acted much better. What? Where's the objection? There's no objection here. There's no objection. This is a continuous paragraph of speaking. The defense didn't even object. They let that stand, y'all. She ended up spanking him, and after that, he acted much better. He said I should be in The Apprentice. Melania is starting to make a lot more sense. You know how she treats him like a dog? It's starting to make a lot more sense. I think he likes to be spanked. Okay. Anyway, he said I should be in The Apprentice. I told him, even you don't have that much power. He said, you remind me of my daughter, blonde and beautiful. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. This has got to be the end of his presidency. If this is not the end of his presidency, I am moving out of this country. If people can vote for him after this, this is the end. This is the end. She said, the last sentence in this paragraph, there's no objections here. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There's no objections. She was allowed to speak freely this entire paragraph. Her last sentence is, to me, it made sense. What made sense? Stormy, help us out. None of this makes any goddamn sense. Not one sentence of it makes any sense. God, I know you probably had to go to bed with smuggling men, but damn, girl, damn. Where's your self-esteem? God dang it. Anyway, oh, I don't even know. I hope I can get through this. Please let me get through this. Prosecutor, what did he say about The Apprentice? Stormy Daniels. I told you I was going to be salacious. We done told y'all 2 weeks ago this was going to be salacious, and here we are. Stormy Daniels, that he could tell me the challenge. He couldn't let me win, but at least not lose right at the beginning. That man was going to give away the secret of the challenge. Just for a minute, imagine this man with world leaders. I can give you all of the secrets. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's just like The Apprentice. It's just BS. Okay. He told her he couldn't let her win, but at least not lose right at the beginning. I wanted to direct some non-budget, I wanted to direct some non-adult films. They have bigger budgets and better catering. That's what this woman wanted. She just wanted to direct some non-adult films to get some better food. Damn, girl, I'll send you some donuts. Don't worry, girl, we got you. Okay, prosecutor. Again, this is jumpy. We're going to read the whole transcript tomorrow. Believe me, somebody's going to put it into a book and sell it. I promise you. There's just the transcript. I don't even know who owns the right to it, but somebody's going to sensationalize it, fictionize it, put it into a book. All my authors out there tomorrow, when you get that damn transcript, I want you to just rewrite it and put it out on Amazon within 24 hours. You're going to make bank. Okay. That was psychic. Okay. Jumps to, did you call another friend? It jumps to that. Inner City Press, you're going to have to do better about this keeping up. Okay. Stormy Daniels. Yes, a neighbor. Alana. She called her neighbor. She called her neighbor while she was in the hotel room with Trump. I had run into her and knew she didn't believe where I was. I called her and put her on speaker. He said, hello. Why don't you come over and hang out with us? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? She did not call back. She knew. She's like, I ain't going into that. Girl, Alana, wherever you are, you did right, girl. You the only one that had any sense. She did not call back. She's like, no, thank you. I heard about the micro mushroom penis. I don't think so. I'm going to try something a little different. Prosecutor, at some point, did you use the restroom? Judge Mershon, let's take a break. And this person says, typing fast. If you like, can support me. And then the next comment was, sweet bleeding Christ, this is so gross. They taking a break. They taking a break because the judge was probably like, I can't. Like this, like trying to watch the jury, like, okay, everybody, let's take a break, like, I don't want to know. Or like this, like, I don't know what was just said. La, 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 la. I mean, those poor jurors. I mean, really, like maybe we need, instead of jail, no, spanking. He likes spanking. See, this is why he can't go, y'all. This is why he cannot go into the general population at Rikers, because if Bubba finds out that Trump likes to be spanked, then he's going to give the rest of our state secrets away over a spanking. I wonder if Putin spanked him. Please, the love of God, go on social media and just put hashtag spanking Trump and let this become viral. This is the end of this man. Do you guys understand what I read directly from the testimony? Do you think, okay, now we're going to go psychic. Do you think, I'm going to try to calm myself down. Does spirit think this is the end? I'm hearing this is the end. This is the end of him. I don't know what else is in that transcript, because I'm telling you, apparently this guy was either retching, vomiting, or laughing so hard that he couldn't, or she, or whatever it is, could not write everything down that was being said. And as they said, Stormy was talking really fast. When we get the rest of the transcript, the world is going to know, So I assume on cross-examination, when the defense gets a chance to cross her, cross-examine her. I'm telling you guys, I have seen Stormy Daniels on Twitter. I've seen 10, 20, 100 men come at her in the comments and just tell the most vile things to her. Just call her the most vile things. Just denigrate her, put her down. Horrible things they've said about her. And I'm telling you, it's seemingly with one hand behind her back, in her non-dominant hand, she just made mush of them. I saw it time and again. She is very sharp. I don't see the defense dismantling her. Honestly, look, the guides are saying in my ear right now, they didn't even object. Y'all, they didn't object when she said she had to spank him. They could have said objection. The judge could have said sustained, and then the jurors could have pretended like they didn't hear that Trump was spanked by an adult film director star. But that's not what happened. That is not what happened here. What happened here is that is now a part of the court record. Now, let's see if the media, let's see what Rachel Maddow does. Let's see what Joy Reid does. Let's see what Fox News does. Because I'm telling you guys, this is a bridge too far. The guides are telling me right now, because I can never remember his name. You know how many times I tried to remember his name? At least 15 times in the last 2 months. Madison Cawthorn. I can never remember this man's name. The guides are like, oh, it's just like, I think they're eating donuts. What? It's like their mouth is full. It's like, it's full. I'm like, no, you are not eating. No. Okay, I digress. They just said, garbled, but they said it. Madison Cawthorn. Madison Cawthorn moment when he showed up and he said the Republicans had sex, cocaine fueled orgies. He said it on the public. He said it publicly in a video. And then you had all those Republicans going, oh, we don't know what he's talking about. We don't even know that man. Who's that man? He's a member of Congress. Do we know him? I don't think so. You guys, within weeks to a month, there were pictures of Madison Cawthorn everywhere wearing a bustier and makeup, surrounded by women. And then there was a video of him having some kind of version of sex with a man. I mean, I say some kind of version of sex because I'm not sure what was going on in there, but it was a lot of something going on in there, okay? And then that man was gone. Poof, gone. And now I like to use Madison Cawthorn as an action verb. You have been Cawthorned. You will be Cawthorned. That's what they said about Santos. You will be Cawthorned. Santos was gone. The Republicans are freaks. Okay, I don't care. Get your freak on. I honestly don't care if you wear a bustier and wear makeup. I don't care. As long as it isn't illegal, meaning child illegal, I do not care what you do. And don't be messing with no animals either. Okay, leave the animals and the children out of it. Other than that, I don't care what you do. I don't. But don't be a hypocrite. Don't come up here and tell everybody else you can't be gay, you can't be trans. Don't tell women you can't control your body or when you want to have kids when you a freak. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm against hypocrites. And the Republican Party doesn't want people to know they are freaks. Freaky freaks. And now their standard bearer is a freaky freak. I mean, again, you like to get paddled? I don't care. I really don't care. If you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. That's just how I'm made. But you know what? That's just me. If you like it, do it. I don't care. I really don't. But I do think the Republicans care if people know that they like to get paddled. And I think they care if their standard bearer, if the man that they have put all their hopes and dreams in, is getting paddled by an adult film star named Stormy. He's not going to make it over this. He's not going to make it over this. It's going to be worth all the popcorn that the United States has in backup just to watch Trump try to get out of this and watch his handlers try to get out of this. This is it. I knew it. See, the guides told me, and I didn't listen for the 1,000th time, y'all. I did not listen. I did not listen. It's in my Amazon cart. They told me, buy confetti. I swear to God, you guys, they said, buy confetti. 4 days ago, they said, buy confetti. And I thought, okay. And I put it in my cart. The problem is that my Virgo overthinking mind got involved. And honestly, I said, I want confetti you can remote control. I swear to God, you guys, because if I'm on camera and I'm shooting the confetti off, I did it when he got, I shot confetti off. I told y'all I would, and I did. I blew my camera off the stand. There was confetti everywhere. It was not pretty. It was not a pretty scene. So this stuff is like a cannon. It's called a cannon for a reason, right? So I'm thinking I need a confetti cannon that I can remote fire so I can be away from it so it doesn't like put out my eyeball or blow the camera off this thing again. And that's what I was looking for. So I got caught up in that Virgo, like trying to figure out the problem, right? And I didn't order the confetti. I did not order I swear I would shoot it right now. If I had the confetti, I would shoot it right now, and I wouldn't care about my camera. I wouldn't care about my ceiling. I wouldn't care about my glasses, or maybe I do have some scuba diving goggles. I don't know. I would have put some safety glasses on, maybe. I don't know. But I swear I would have shot it off right now, because this is it. This is it. I am not making this up. This came directly from the court records. It is written into the records of the actual trial. They didn't object. Trump got spanked. They didn't even, they could have. They didn't object. I mean, on redirect, so on the cross-examination of Stormy, just imagine that. Imagine, Stormy, so you say you spanked Trump. Yes, I did. Were you just talking figuratively? No, I wasn't. I was talking really. I spanked him. He likes it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I can just hear her saying there's nothing wrong with it. People like that. It's not going to go well for the prosecution, for the defense. It's not going to go well for them. It's not going to go well for them. You cannot, I'm telling you, I've seen people try to get under her skin, and it's not possible. She is so sharp. She is so sharp-witted. That's why she's a director of films. She is brilliant. That's why she graduated in the top 10% of all high schools in the United States of America. She got into vet school. I think she actually got into vet school. Even if she didn't get into vet school, she knew she could. Veterinary school is very hard to get into. That was her dream. She was working at a horse, in a barn, trying to be a veterinarian, shoveling crap. Her mother's AWOL, disappeared. And she started making money, real money, to pay her real rent. She did the thing that she had to do to pay her rent. But it seems to me that she somehow kept a lot of her dignity along the way, because she doesn't care what you think about her. She went into the court saying, I'm Stormy Daniels. That's how I want you to call me. I don't want you to use my legal name. I want you to use Stormy Daniels. She's owning this. And this is for women everywhere. This is what I'm saying about the divine feminine. We're all one woman. We're not going to allow anyone, men, society, anybody, to say you're a fallen woman, you're a besmirched woman, you're a terrible woman. We're not going to allow that anymore. We're all sisters. This is what Stormy is bringing to us. We're all sisters. We all have commonalities. We're stronger together. So I'm going to end this video. I'm telling you, this is the end of Trump. Stay tuned. If you haven't, go. I did this on Threads and I'm following this person. I've already said the name a bunch of times, Inner City Press, but I will say that a lot of people are live tweeting this from, including Katie Fang. A lot of people are live tweeting this. So EMC, who I follow, I talk about her. She's a former New York prosecutor, and she has her Resistance Live YouTube channel. She said, cortisone break. What a morning. Holy shit. I'm going to leave it there. What a morning. Holy shit. This has been a gift of the divine feminine. This is a gift of the gods. Women will take Trump out. We've always said it. Here we are. Add another woman to the list that's taking Trump out. Take really good care. I'll see you really soon. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. I don't care. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I think this is worth celebrating no matter what happens. Okay? Take really, really good care. For entertainment purposes only.